tuning in. This is Optibotimus coming to you with another video review. And this is a very special one for me. As many of you know, I am a huge Disney and Pixar fan. One of my favorite films of all time from Pixar is Finding Nemo. I mean, so much in fact that many of you know that I actually have a tank that I keep here in my office that has a powder blue tang and a clownfish, both named Nemo and Dory. And you know that I've reviewed quite a lot of figures from Thinkway Toys. They're the ones that brought us a lot of those the Toy Story collection figures and the WALL-E figures. Most recently, they also gave us a lot of the Minions from Despicable Me. Well, today, we're going to be taking a look at something new. They've released this new line of figures that really kind of celebrates all of their franchises. And these ones I saw and absolutely fell in love with. Here we have Dory and, of course, Nemo. And as you can see, they're posable. They're posable fish. I don't know honestly what I'm going to do with these, but they're posable fish. You come around here to the back. Now these are the very small ones. They have several of them, as you can see. You got Mo, a couple different versions of WALL-E, Eve. You got Frozone, Dash, Mr. Incredible Syndrome from The Incredibles. You got Bruce, Dory, Nemo, and of course Squirt. These ones I haven't found. I don't know if these are necessarily out yet. But it's like I've seen these ones. I've seen Mr. Incredible Syndrome. I've seen the WALL-Es and the Eve. They also have larger scale ones, not necessarily with Finding Nemo, although they do have a talking Nemo figure, which I don't know, I might pick that up. But to my knowledge, they never really officially released the action figures of Finding Nemo. So this is a great way to get these. I am kind of curious to see how well they actually translate in terms of toy forms, and obviously, you know, being posable and all that. I'm curious how much that's going to affect the look of a fish, but yeah, I mean, they basically have all the small versions, and then, like I said, they have 6-inch versions of, like, Mr. Incredible, and then larger versions of WALL-E, which I've already reviewed. Those ones have just been reused, but, like, Mr. Incredible is a brand new figure, too. So, a lot of these are really very cool. And these are the ones that I was most excited about. So, without further ado, let's get these open and see how cool they actually are. Alright, so here we have Nemo and Dory open up and out of their packaging. And these guys really are terrific. Now, I don't know how well it came across in the intro about how small they are, but to give you kind of an idea, this is a Snapple cap. Yeah, that's all I had. But he transforms. Yeah, see? I told you. He transforms into this little Minicon thing that came with Scoop, oddly enough. I don't remember showing you that he transformed into the Snapple cap in the original video for it, but he does. Like, watch. Yep, see? And it rolls, too. So, transform! See? It's amazing. But, size-wise, that's what you're looking at for these. So, they are actually very tiny in terms of their size. But, for little fish, I think it works pretty darn well. I just love the expression on Dory's face. Starting off first with Nemo, you can see that it does have a very nice likeness, and I appreciate that. That's one thing that Thinkway Toys does really well with their figures. They really do make them look like who they're supposed to, and I really dig it. But the articulation on here isn't really all that great. You can see that his one big fin here has a little bit of a swivel. It goes forward and back, can rotate all the way around. And that's, well, I mean, his little gimpy fin, it can rotate as well. That's about it, though. He does have a wiggling tail, which also then in turn makes his eyes move. Look, it looks like the overly attached girlfriend. That's, oh. It's just hilarious. Oh, I'm having so much fun with this video. I really am. As you can see, though, like I said, the articulation really isn't all that massive. Now, Nemo actually does come with these little lower fins, which is accurate to how a fish is, and that really helps to keep them standing. But the problem with Dory is, again, very anatomically correct looking fish, although I don't think they have that big of mouths and that big of eyes. At least my fish doesn't, but it's pretty close. The problem, though, is these arms, I shouldn't say arms, these little fins down here, they just rotate around. Hers don't actually flex in and out, which is kind of unfortunate. But Dory has the overly attached eye thing going as well. See? You just push this little button here, and unfortunately, hers are a little bit more derpy. And that's really... Oh, you poor thing. And it doesn't move, but you got the little fin right up here, this little crest, and it can extend up as a means of protection. That's what I found with my dory. But that is... Oh boy. Her tail is rubbery, so you can flex it a little bit, but there's really not much. But you want to kind of use these as a way to get her to stand. But again, because of the looseness of them, she doesn't stand all that well. So it kind of is a little unfortunate. I mean, you can get it to happen, obviously, as you can see, and you can have... Get him out of the way. You can see that you can have them displayed nicely together, but... Yeah, I mean, absolutely great looking representations. I do kind of wish that there was a little bit of a stand that you could get, maybe a little clear piece or something that just is like a little wedge or something that would sit underneath there, because ideally the powder blue tang's fins are usually up about like this when they're flying or swimming. Flying? God, I'm getting all sorts of words wrong in this. It's like I forgot what verbs to use or something, but these are absolutely terrific looking figures. If you're a big fan of Finding Nemo like I am, these are wonderful representations to pick up just to have in your collection. And honestly, I don't remember the price. I think they were a little expensive. I want to say they were like $9, which is kind of pricey for how small these guys are. But I mean, for me, it was well worth picking them up because I've never had Finding Nemo figures. Now, Revoltech has released some that actually are even more articulated, but those are a whole lot more expensive. So if you're a fan, I would absolutely pick these up. Like I said, they are right now available. I got them at my local Toys R Us. I do want to say that they're Toys R Us exclusive, so that also plays into some of the actual price of it. And I hope they make more, especially in these smaller scale. I would love it if they made a flick from A Bug's Life. How cool would that be? But beyond that, guys, that's about it. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Don't forget that you can keep in touch with me by liking my Facebook page at facebook.com/TeamBotimus and by following me over on Twitter at twitter.com/Optibotimus. Also, I'd encourage you to check out my new website at OptibotimusReviews.com, where you can see all my videos from the previous week, see what I have coming up for future release, and also get your very own Optibotimus t-shirt. And finally, I'd also really appreciate it, guys, that if you like this review, don't forget to please like, comment, and share this video. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing.